What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got the insane rise of Jayden Daniels. Let's check this out. JD5.
We've ever seen. From breaking the rookie
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Very well deserved.
Orchestrating
and didn't he win play of the year too?
Just the second rookie QB to knock off a top-seeded team in the playoffs, Jayden Daniels proved he's not just a rookie sensation. He's a game changer. The stats, the records, and the unforgettable
Commanders, bro, they about to be elite these, you know what I'm saying, next couple years. And they got a lot of cap space too. They gonna be dangerous, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Underdog to arguably the best rookie quarterback in NFL history.
Best QB in America, man. Thanks, man. You're the guy.
I mean, Jayden Daniels.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This picture is crazy though. I think he got a Donovan McNabb Eagles jersey on, gang.
He always had the tall, slight frame.
Didn't McNabb play for the Redskins too?
Concerning for a QB with all the hits they take.
Damn.
He's an optimal build for a star cornerback, and that seemed perfect. Jayden's dad was a former cornerback at Washington and Iowa State, so he could have easily followed in his footsteps. But young Jayden had other plans, because he wanted to be a quarterback, and his natural talent at the position was apparent from the start. In Pop Warner, he led his team to back-to-back perfect seasons, and by high school, his potential was undeniable. He even made varsity as a freshman, but there was a catch. At just 14 years old and weighing a mere 125 pounds, Jayden needed a pediatrician's waiver to play. The first doctor he saw refused, concerned about the physical risks of varsity football. But Jayden wouldn't let that stop him. After weeks of persistence,
actually crazy, though.
A different doctor finally agreed to sign, and Jayden officially became his high school's starting varsity quarterback as a freshman.
We'll check in with Cajon quarterback Jayden Daniels, off to a great start, and he's only a freshman.
And once he hit the
field,
a
freshman.
Didn't just hold his own. He dominated. Over his 4 years as varsity quarterback at Cajon High School in San Bernardino, California, he rewrote the record books. Daniels had over 14,000 passing yards, 3,600 rushing yards, and an astounding 211 total touchdowns. His dual threat ability and football IQ made him unstoppable. College recruiters from across the country flocked to his games. And by the time he graduated, Daniels was a 4-star recruit with offers from some of the most prestigious programs in the country. And his decision was stunning, leaving fans in disbelief as many expected him to go to a traditional powerhouse. But for Jayden, it wasn't about the prestige. He wanted to play early and prove he could thrive in any situation. So he committed to Arizona State.
For the next couple of years, I'll be taking my talents to...
Hey, that's you.
And when Daniels arrived at ASU, he was listed at a mere 150 pounds and almost...
Nigga, I weigh more than that.
Division I quarterback, sparking doubts about whether he could survive, let alone thrive at the collegiate level.
I ain't gonna lie, this offseason, he got to put on some more muscle. I'm gonna keep it a buck, because if he keeps taking, like, he took a lot of crazy hits his rookie year. If he keeps taking hits like that, he gonna be out of the league in the next 2 years, bro. Like, real shit, he got to put on some more muscle.
Staff believed in his talent, and Jayden earned the starting job as a true...
I just hope that don't make him slower.
I was waiting, anticipating what we're going to do at quarterback, and Jayden Daniels is the starting quarterback.
Becoming the first quarterback in ASU history to start a season opener in his first year on campus. The 2019 season began on a high note. Daniels showcased his poise and athleticism, leading the Sun Devils to
he got a unique throwing motion too.
6 weeks. But the rest of his freshman year was a roller coaster, highs and lows, pushing Jayden to the brink. In Week 7, he faced Utah, a program many thought he might commit to during recruitment. The Utes' defense locked him up, holding him to just 4 completions for 25 yards and an interception. A week later, he suffered a knee injury against UCLA, sidelining him for the following game. He finished his true freshman season with 2,900 passing yards, 20 total touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. Then, unfortunately, his 2020 season was cut short due to the pandemic, derailing what could have been a breakout.
And didn't he transfer after that?
2 major college conferences canceled fall football, saying the risk is too great. 2 of the Power 5 shut it down.
And then the 2021 season was supposed to be Jayden's launchpad to national stardom, but instead it turned into one of the wildest years of his life. ASU was under NCAA investigation for recruiting violations.
Oh,
and multiple offensive coaches were placed on leave, creating...
Is that Antonio Pierce?
The team could face some major infractions, with penalties including fines, coaching suspensions, and even lose out on their recruits.
To make matters worse, Daniels' own mother was named in the scandal.
Regina Jackson,
I ain't gonna
who is
lie,
Jayden
bro.
Daniels' mother,
No disrespect.
is alleged to have paid for
JD
flights
mom
and
can
lodging
get it.
for
I'm gonna
ASU
keep it a
recruits
buck,
who
bro.
impermissibly
Like, no
visited during the
disrespect to
period
him.
in which he
His
was
mom
not.
can get it.
Not to mention, off the field, tragedy struck. Both of Jayden's grandparents passed away within weeks of each other. earlier that
Damn,
year,
R.I.P.,
which was
man.
extremely
I know that
hard on him.
feeling,
He
gang.
shared a particularly close bond with his grandfather, who helped raise him and attended every one of his football games. So, deep down, Daniels was broken, and his play on the field reflected that. He threw just 10 touchdown passes to 10 interceptions, a far cry from his efficient freshman campaign. Then, despite announcing in December of 2021 that he would return to ASU for his senior year, Daniels changed his mind due to the ongoing NCAA investigation. He entered the transfer portal, a move that didn't make his
LSU
ASU
on some
teammates
Joe
very
Burrow
happy.
type shit. Oh yeah, bro. I'm still mad about this, bro. These lame ass teammates. Where the fuck are they now? Because I feel like the only person that was on his team that made it to the NFL was Brandon Ayuk. I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sure all of these niggas probably working somewhere at Food Line, McDonald's, or somewhere. Like, bro, y'all lame as hell for that. Like, gang. Tell him something he suck, he trash anyway. Now look at him now. Superstar in the NFL.
He comes in and he tells
Lame
me
ass
the story,
fucking
and
teammates.
Schools are asking me, coach, and here's the number. And so, can you match the number, right?
But despite all the hate, entering the transfer portal might have been the best decision of Jayden's life. He transferred to LSU, seeking a new challenge in the SEC, the toughest conference in college football. Many doubted his ability to beat out LSU's other quarterbacks, Miles Brennan and Garrett Nussmeier. But Daniels won the starting job
Nussmeier was
heading
some
into the
shit last year, I ain't
2022
gonna lie.
season, and by midseason, he was thriving. Daniels delivered a masterclass performance against Florida, accounting for 6 total touchdowns. 2 weeks later, he led LSU to an overtime victory against 6th-ranked Alabama.
All right, now you ain't gotta show this, bro. Come on now.
He finished the 2022 season with 2,900 passing yards.
That game
18
pissed me
total
off, I ain't gonna lie.
touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. Opting to return to LSU for his final season of eligibility, Daniels committed to improving his game. He gained weight through a specialized diet, trained with NFL quarterbacks back home in California, and even embraced cutting-edge techniques, training like an athlete from the future. He utilized virtual reality training tools, putting himself in simulated game scenarios to sharpen his ability to read defenses, anticipate coverages, and react under pressure. And Daniels' work paid off. He had a record-breaking 2023 season, finishing the year with
for real.
3,800 passing yards, 1,100 rushing yards, and 50 total touchdowns.
Didn't he have a game where he threw for like 300 yards and rushed for 200? Then I think that was against Florida as well.
Heisman Trophy.
The 2023 Heisman Trophy winner is Jayden Daniels from Louisiana State University.
And it's crazy, bro.
Jayden
All three of these quarterbacks now balling out in the NFL. That shit is crazy. I cannot wait for next season. Next season gonna be a movie, bro. Next season is gonna be a movie.
So when Jayden entered
Oh
the
my
2024 NFL draft, he wasn't just a quarterback. He was one of the most electrifying and unpredictable prospects the league had seen in decades. Just a year earlier, his draft stock was hovering around the 3rd round. But following a historic final season at LSU, Daniels put himself into the conversation as one of the top prospects in the class. And the pre-draft process.
I've been saying he was the best quarterback in the draft class.
With his pre-draft interviews.
No, motherfuckers want to talk about Caleb Williams. Like, bro.
Honestly, that's a big piece for me is my family. I talked to
And this whole interview, like, scouting process between him and the Giants, bro, was just awkward as hell.
Gun Charlie Wright, 64, House, FN.
This shit was so awkward.
And his pro day was a showcase of his ability to make any throw on the field.
Oh my gosh.
But his slender frame, weighing in at just under 200 pounds, was a concern for some. Could his slight build withstand the physicality of the NFL? And would the speed of NFL defenses build withstand the physicality of the NFL?
Oh my gosh, bro.
And would the speed of NFL defenses hinder his ability to be the playmaker he was in college?
That nigga Stafford almost
Washington
got
Commanders,
killed,
holding
man.
the number 2 overall pick, were in desperate need of a quarterback. Since 2000, they'd had 27 different starting QBs.
Holy
but
shit.
they believed that Jayden could finally get the position. So, after the Bears selected Caleb Williams with the 1st overall pick, the Commanders took their chances on Jayden Daniels.
With the 2nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jayden Daniels.
In his first ever NFL game, Jayden didn't get the win, but he showed flashes of potential, rushing for 2 touchdowns. Then, in week 2, things got crazy, because Daniels and the Commanders' offense started to click. Although the Commanders didn't score a single touchdown, they also
that Bengals game was when he really arrived,
but
bro.
surely the Commanders continued to add points, field goal after field goal, before they found themselves in a tie game with a minute left on the clock. The pressure was on, and the ball was in Jayden Daniels' hands. Calm and composed, he led the offense with precision, dissecting the defense with short, efficient passes and well-timed scrambles. Finally, with just seconds left on the clock, kicker Austin Seibert stepped onto the field and drilled the game.
And it's over.
Then, a week later, in a game no one expected them to win against the Cincinnati Bengals, Jayden went nuclear. He completed a whopping 91.3% of his passes, an NFL rookie record, and he had as many touchdown throws as incompletions, leading the Commanders to score on every single possession. That's right, not a single punt.
Yeah, that Bengals defense some ass, bro.
Pressure was something you normally see only in seasoned veterans. And the last touchdown pass of the game to McLaurin.
Oh, yeah, this dime to McLaurin was nasty. Oh my gosh. Perfectly placed.
And Jayden continued his impressive rookie campaign in week 4, leading the Commanders to a dominant 42-14 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. The first-year quarterback completed an efficient 26 of 30 passes for 233 yards, with 1 passing touchdown and another on the ground. The game was a statement win for Washington, but Daniels was still just warming up. In week 5, they absolutely manhandled the Browns, pushing their record to 4-1 for the first time since 2008. But unfortunately for Daniels, this is where things started to spiral.
He got hurt.
Week 6 was a battle between Jayden and the QB that many compared him to in the draft process.
Yes, Sarski.
What is it that you go, man, there's just something different about Jayden?
That's a right-handed Lamar Jackson. That's all it is. It's Lamar Jackson. And you said it when
there's only one Lamar Jackson, bro. Like, come on. Let's be for real.
Just like Lamar Jackson, and you were spot on.
Jayden and the Commanders lost.
It's a good-ass game, though.
In a hard-fought battle. But where things actually got scary was the next week against the Panthers, because Daniels took a hard hit in the second quarter and suffered a rib injury. For Commanders fans, it was impossible not to think back to the haunting memories of Robert Griffin III. The story,
but I feel like that was different because, like, the front office and the head coach and everybody, they knew he was hurt and they still let this nigga play. Like, bro, that was their fault. Like, gang, why are you letting him play and he already got a hurt knee, my nigga?
Derailed by an injury. But luckily, the Commanders were able to win in his absence, and Daniels recovered for the next week's game. And it's a good thing he did, because it was a matchup against the one QB selected before him, Caleb
This is
Williams.
where everything really started to change for JD.
The Commanders were in control for almost the entire game, leading the Bears for 59 minutes and 35 seconds. But in the final moments, Williams engineered a late-game touchdown drive as Chicago took a 3-point lead with just 25 seconds left on the clock. The game's over, right? Well, normally, yes. But with Jayden Daniels running the show, anything is possible.
The Maryland Miracle. Crazy. That shit is wild.
DC miracle. And Northwest Stadium erupted as the Commanders improved to a 6-2 record. After a wild week, Washington came into Week 9 looking for something simpler, a clean win. And while it wasn't without its challenges, they delivered, securing a 27-22 victory over the Giants. Then the next few weeks turned out to be a struggle for Washington, losing 3 straight games to the Steelers, Eagles, and Cowboys, falling to 7-5. Now, if the Commanders wanted to make the playoffs,
that Steelers loss was crazy because they really controlled that second half for real. They had like what, 2-score lead?
In the rear view.
So that's exactly what Jayden Daniels did. Against the Titans, he showed that he was unflappable. The Commanders destroyed Tennessee, 42-19, and Jayden went off, throwing for 206 yards and 3 touchdowns. And also this incredible 3-yard touchdown run where he evaded multiple defenders.
Oh, that was nice.
Then the
I glad that was
Commanders
nice.
the Saints' late game push to secure a win in Week 15. But what awaited them was the toughest stretch of their season, the games that would make or break their playoff hopes. But if you haven't
played
learned
the
by
Eagles
now, Jayden
twice.
Daniels has a knack for showing
Who
up
else?
in the biggest moments. And what he did in Week 16 against the division rival Eagles was incredible. He went off for 258 passing yards, 81 rushing yards, and 5 touchdowns, securing the Commanders a 36-33 victory.
Jayden Daniels was the best player in the NFL this weekend. And he's unflappable. He doesn't blink.
Then, the next week, more fireworks.
Atlanta plays a ton of zone defense, and I just
that Atlanta game was crazy.
Defense against Jayden Daniels, he kind of he slowly but surely will pick you apart.
Against the Falcons and their rookie quarterback Michael Penix.
Hey, Penix showed promise too, man. Like I don't understand why it took him so long to start him over Kirk. Maybe because it was a money issue, but bro, Kirk was obviously playing like hot shit. Like why was he even still starting after he threw 4 picks against the Chargers? Like that was their fault, bro. That was their fault. They could have beat the Vikings if they would have started Penix.
But when the Commanders got the ball in OT, we all knew what was coming. Jayden picked apart the Falcons' defense and capped off a game-winning drive with a 2-yard touchdown pass to Zach Ertz.
Oh my gosh, what a zip pass.
Passing yards, 127 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns. But more importantly, he punched Washington's ticket to the playoffs for the first time since 2020. Jayden finished his rookie campaign with 3,568 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and just 9 interceptions. But he also added 891 yards on the ground, an NFL QB rookie record, and 6 rushing touchdowns. The Commanders
only reason he got that record because Lamar didn't really start his rookie year. Just saying.
And while the regular season was truly special, legends are made in the postseason. Washington had already overachieved and entered as a team with nothing to lose, which sometimes is the best place to be.
I know Commanders fans love that nigga JD, bro.
In the wild round, they faced the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Jayden showed that he was made for the moment. He completed 24 of 35 passes for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a late drive that set up the game-winning field goal, propelling the Commanders to a hard-fought 23-20 victory.
That was crazy, yo.
Now, this is where
bro, he was mad there before that kick too.
Because in the divisional round, they'd be traveling to Detroit to face the top-seeded absolute wagon Lions. But no,
just put straight belt to ass.
Daniels,
I ain't gonna lie, this was probably the shock of the whole entire year, bro. Nobody sat here and thought that the Commanders were gonna walk into Detroit and put straight belt to ass to these niggas. Nobody at all. I knew it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be a good competitive game, but the Commanders were mopping the floor with these niggas. Like, gang.
The Commanders defense.
Commanders were actually a really good team. Surprisingly, I was not expecting this at all.
Jayden became just the second rookie quarterback in history to defeat a number 1 seed as the Commanders rolled the Lions 45-31. In the conference championship, Daniels and the Commanders traveled up to Philly to take on the Eagles. And unfortunately, this is where their special run came to an end.
Yep.
The Eagles simply overpowered them and
from one belt to ass to another.
As Washington fell 55-23.
Damn.
But despite the loss, the fact that Daniels
you can't expect a rookie quarterback to carry your team to the Super Bowl, bro.
Of incredible. Winning offensive rookie
need a miracle for that.
Just a formality after the year Jayden had. And his elite play has him in the conversation for the best rookie season we've ever seen from a quarterback.
Unreal.
Him and CJ.
He is unlike any quarterback at the rookie quarterback spot I've ever seen.
I'd definitely put him at number 1.
Is it the best? Cam Newton's 2011 rookie season was one for the ages, as he threw for over 4,000 yards and
God damn
5 total touchdowns. But he also threw for 17 interceptions.
Oh shit!
He couldn't push the Panthers into the playoffs. A similar story for Justin Herbert, who threw for over 43.
But like the thing is though, JD took them to where they could have a chance to win the Super Bowl, or at least get to the Super Bowl. He took them to the NFC Championship game, so that's probably why I would say he's the best rookie quarterback of all time. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Broke the rookie passing touchdown record with 31 in 2020, but
because the Commanders, they don't have a roster with elite talent. You know what I'm saying? Other than him and Terry McLaurin on offense, some key playmakers on defense. Like they ain't really got a crazy roster, and they made it to the NFC Championship game.
Stats across the board are superior. The real debate for best rookie season of all time comes down to Jayden Daniels or CJ Stroud. Their stories are similar. Both selected second overall, and both completely turned around bad teams instantly and led them to the playoffs. Stroud threw for significantly more yards, but when comparing with the dual threat ability Daniels, you really have to look at total yards, of which Stroud had 4,275 total yards and 26 total touchdowns, while Daniels had 4,459 total yards and 31 touchdowns. Stroud took care of the football better than any rookie we've ever seen, setting the record for most pass attempts without an interception to start a career. But then, Jayden had the second highest rookie completion percentage ever, behind only Jake Browning, who played in just 9 games. Ultimately,
Jake Browning being number 1 is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That is crazy. Jake Browning was solid though when he stepped in for Burrow.
And in the playoffs, his game has only elevated. CJ also had a great playoff debut as a rookie against the Browns, but in the divisional round against the Ravens, the Texans got smashed. But no matter who your GOAT rookie quarterback is, I think we're all enjoying the sensation that is Jayden Daniels. And the fact that he's just getting started is both exciting and terrifying for the rest of the league. If you enjoyed this video, stick with Blitz, subscribe, and check out some of our other content right here.
Hey man, shit, I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Y'all let me know what other NFL videos y'all want me to react to. Without further ado, I'm out.
I'ma make them feel me, make them people when they show me. And if you don't know me, I'ma make sure that you know me. I hate to say it, but I really think I'm broke. But I know I'm chosen, I really know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I was just lost a year ago, but now I'm focused. When good at sports, this microphone can be my trophy. Not taking drugs, I found a better way of coping.